Yours don't, but mine does. Good morning. My name is Brian McNeill.
And I am Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Like. Hey, good morning. Let's talk about it this morning with the Empowerment Duo. I am Dr. Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And I'm Brian K. McNeill. Good morning to you guys. Happy Friday to you. Hope you had a fantastic week. And I hope you're looking forward to a great weekend. Today is going to be a great show with you. We have a topic today, but we also have our special guest.
Yay!
That you've seen before. You know him, you love him. At 9:15 marker, Mr. Jay Mattier is coming into the room. Our personal financial guru is going to teach us some stuff today that you guys seem to enjoy. So that's going to happen today. But we have a topic too.
Today's topic
is love.
What it really means to love.
You know, in the classic book, The Greatest Salesman in the World, about Og Mandino, it has this thing called the 10 Scrolls, these 10 guides to help you in life. And number 3 of the scrolls is, today I will let love be my greatest weapon. Today I will allow love to be my greatest weapon. My words they may doubt, but my love will soften their hearts. I was thinking about the word love. Love has had the power to pull families through. Love has had the power to make people persevere longer because of love. Love has had the power to inspire actions, to make people run, to make people cower. Love has started wars. Love has settled wars. The power of love is
tremendous.
It's tremendous. The things that we can do when we have love versus the things we can do when we don't.
Well, actually, love can cause both sides of you. You can be in love with something to your detriment.
Absolutely. The powerfulness of it, the fickleness of it, like Dr. Lisa was just alluding to.
It is. It can be serious. It can be one of those things that it can help you or hinder you. Love, being in love, we know that young love, we often talk about the fickleness of young love, but it's debilitating. Young, early love, puppy love, as they call it, that
Did
change.
you just say love can be debilitating
I
for
think
young
it can.
people? Really? Wow. You know, it's just the more I think about the word and the concept of love, the power of it is like, what's the right word? It's impressive to me, more than impressive. Whatever that
Love
word
is a
is.
powerful thing. I mean, love caused for those of you that believe, love caused a man to die for someone else, not even for himself. Love, I think love is the catalyst. We say adrenaline, but I think love is the catalyst that uh, gets those trucks off of the babies. Like the mothers can lift the trucks.
Yeah. Save that child.
Right.
Insurmountable, the power of love. Why can't I find this topic, the show? I can't even get to my page, my own personal page. Here we go. Facebook has been doing some Facebooking things.
Love is serious. Love is what are the characteristics of love?
Love is patient, love is kind. That's biblical. But according to Al Green, love will make you come home early, or love will make you stay out all night long. The power of love.
Hey, Miss Phyllis. How you feeling?
Miss Phyllis, we're gonna see your pretty
How
face
you
today.
Feel about love?
Sheila got the incomparable power of love. The more we think about the word, what love can inspire, what love can cause, what we will do for the sake of love, and what can we become because of love. People buy insurances. Every city, the biggest building is in is an insurance building. Why does insurance company sell so well? Because somebody loves somebody else, and they don't want that person that they love on the worst day of their life to not have money. Love. That's what they'll do that for. Harnessing the power of love. That's an amazing concept, even just to conjure.
Absolutely.
How do we even harness the power of love?
We've got a special guest host that'll be coming on shortly, and he has a quote in the background. He says, that's why love is the greatest commandment.
Love is the greatest commandment of all commandments. Yeah. Love is the greatest.
Love thy neighbor.
Love thy neighbor
as thyself.
As thyself. Love. L-O-V. I'm gonna have some fun with this word. Now, my wife and I are both wordsmiths. I'm going to look up the dictionary definition of the word love. I fully expect to be disappointed because I don't think the dictionary is going to do a good job of it. But this is also Shout Out Friday. Good morning, Uzama.
Good morning, Uzama. Good morning, Kiana. Good morning to you. Happy Friday to you, Kiana Monsanto Times. How are you this morning?
Is that our Kiana Monsanto Times?
So how is love affecting and impacting you? Does it cause you to show up or does it cause you to lay back?
Love is a complex set of emotions, behaviors, and beliefs characterized by deep affection, intimacy, protectiveness, and commitment. That's not it. Wikipedia says, oh my gosh.
Thank you. Kiana says, I'm amazing. How are you, beautiful? I am fantastic.
This is how Wikipedia describes the word love.
Okay, what does Wikipedia say?
Love is an emotion, wrong already, involving strong attraction, affection, emotional attachment, or concern for a person, animal, or thing. It is expressed in many forms, encompassing a range of strong and positive emotional and mental states.
Good morning, Dr. Deborah.
Is that it? Is that what love really is?
No,
that's not what love
is. I'm interested to hear your definition of love. I'm sure that it has layers, right? But what is your definition of love?
Dr. Deborah, I'm particularly curious about you. I'm already feeling inadequate in trying to describe what love is, the power of it, what can get done because of it, right. What can be moved because of it.
I'm surprised that the dictionary did not even lean into the fact that many people have begun to understand that love is an action word.
Yes, it's a verb.
It's a verb, right? They didn't even include the verb love. It's all the noun and the adjective of love,
which is also amazing. There's some words
that's so weak.
The dictionary can't do. They can't describe love. They can't describe time. They can't describe, most things with feelings. They can't really do a good job describing it. But we know what it is. I can't wait to hear what Jay Mattier has to say about it.
What does love mean to you? Like, define love. Whatever parameter you choose. If you decide to define the physical love, the emotional love, the action love, just define it. I'm just interested to see.
Said, the action, the verb of it. Mm-hmm. In that chapter of
Think and Grow.
The Greatest Salesman of the World. He says the chapter is titled "Today I Will Let Love Be My Greatest Weapon," and it gives you an action step to do because he's talking about how to sell, but he's also talking about love being your greatest weapon in sales. But there's this thing he tells you to do in that chapter. It says, "Today, with everyone I greet, silently and to myself, I will say to them, I love you." If you would do that with everyone you greet, you say silently to yourself that you love them or find something about them that you can love. What happens is that love that you think to yourself as you're greeting that person is expressed through your eyes, your resonance of your voice, your heart. Something happens by you just being willing to say with everyone you greet today, silently to yourself, I love this person.
Amen. Dr. Beverly says, Grand Rising to my favorite, awesome, beautiful family. Now, Kiana wrote me a book. I hope it doesn't get cut off, so I'm going to try to read it. Okay. She says, now that I have cultivated love from within.
Stop right there.
That's some grown folk stuff right there.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now that I have cultivated love from within. almost need to salad that. Think about that. But go ahead, baby.
I no longer expect it in return.
Okay.
I don't just extend love, I embody it. Ooh, that's grown folk business right there. I don't love people because they deserve it. I love because it's who I've become. My kindness isn't a transaction. My compassion isn't conditional. My peace isn't dependent on how others treat me. Since I generate from within what you once searched for outside of me, I stop begging for love and start becoming it. I love that. And there's a different kind of freedom that comes with that. Absolutely.
Who said that?
Kiana.
Kiana, that was amazing. Kiana, I see so much power and wisdom in what you just wrote there. And I see control. Because you're not expecting it and seeking it and trying to make it transactional and understanding that it emanates from you, you're embodying it, that frees you up to be loving all the time. You could be loving in every situation because you understand your love is not dependent upon how they treat you. You give grace because that's what you do. Can you please give me my coffee cup?
That's right, Uzama. Uzama said, Whitney said, learning to love yourself. It is the greatest love of all.
Yes, Whitney sang that, but can you please give my coffee?
I will. Do I have to do it the second you ask me to do it?
Yes, I'm going to give my coffee. It's getting cold. I didn't know when you was going to go. I know I wanted it. Put it down, please. So we don't have to do a hand-to-hand transaction and potentially spill. Thank you. Thank you very much. Samara, you're right. Dr. Beverly. I can't see it yet.
She says, Brian and Lisa, I love you too. We love you too. Dr. Deborah says, love is difficult for me to define. But for me, it includes action.
It includes
absolutely, for me
action.
too.
Dr. Deborah also says, hi, Kiana.
Hi, Kiana. Monsanto Times. Hey, good morning. So, love, we've all decided that it actually probably should, or from your comments, it should resonate from within.
Okay.
And it should include action.
4 minutes to our special guest.
And it really, I think the sincerity and the purity or the motivation of the love defines the love itself. If it's self-seeking,
okay,
then
you're saying the purpose behind the love,
the causation behind
the causation
the love,
behind the love.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I just love you because I want to get what you got, then it's different from being expressing love from a pure place.
Well, see, this is now what you're doing is you're expanding our definition because I love Jalen Brunson. I never met the man,
but he don't know you,
and he don't know me. But I love what he does for my favorite team. So, is that love? I think it is. Just a different kind. Okay. I love the New York Knicks. I love my New York Giants.
Dwight. Now, when I was back in the
I love my bicycle.
Yeah, when I was back in the fourth grade, I remember when Mrs. D'Angelo was explaining the difference between love and light.
Oh my gosh! Your fourth grade for you? Yeah. That was the 80s. No, 70s.
Hey.
That was the 70s.
I didn't ask you to do math. You doing math now?
Okay, Mrs. Whatever. Go ahead, baby. We got 3 minutes to Jay.
Mrs. D'Angelo would indicate that if there was not a potential for reciprocity, then it could not be essentially love. It could be a strong light, but you can't love an inanimate object. I agree. I'm just sharing with you what she said.
I'm telling you she's wrong. You see, the words love and like both have 4 letters, but they're 2 different things altogether. You see, I have liked many ladies in my day, but just like the wind, they've all blown away. I quoted from the great group Houdini. I mean, y'all old enough to know who Houdini is. One love, You're lucky just to have just one.
Come on, Dwight. Come and get your boy.
What y'all know about Houdini?
He always says, Dr. Deborah, hello, gorgeous.
Hello, gorgeous.
Gorgeous. I can't
Dwight, D.
wait.
White Robinson. Good morning. So great to see you both. Good morning, Dwight. How you doing? We got 1 minute. We bringing our special guest up.
Absolutely. But Jay does submit love is very complex. It is the language of the heart.
Uh-huh.
However, it must be learned
Oh.
and experienced in order to reciprocate it.
Must be learned. We must learn to love. Is that right? Is that where he's going with it? Okay. It's 9:14, but I can't wait no more. Okay, coming to the stage. Of all the things that make up a life as an adult, how we manage money is one of the most critical, crucial things. The management of money. There's almost nothing more important to it than the movement of our lives. Our lives don't run on compliments. It runs on income. It runs on money. Okay, that's how we do stuff. Okay, and one of the things we should spend our time learning is money. Most of us, especially of our age, were never taught it formally. We never had any education on money, and most of the time, our parents didn't teach us about money because they didn't know either, because no one taught them either. But when you have an opportunity to sit at the feet and learn something about money from someone who has learned about money, you should do it. Jay Mattier has been sharing with us here for maybe a year now, maybe, or regularly, coming in here, giving us bite-sized money knowledge. He's a friend of ours. He comes with a loving spirit as well. Coming to the stage, our friend and yours, Jay Mattier.
Good morning, my empowerment dual family. How are you this morning?
We're
Yeah,
excited to hear
Brian,
from you.
it's been over 2 years.
That's what I said. Okay.
Yes. And I love the opportunity to come.
Wait, let's get to these comments, Jay, first. Okay, go ahead.
Dr. Deborah says love is so complex, but love does have a mental and psychological component which connects to emotion.
Okay.
I can feel love without an action towards me. I have a bask in love meditation that I do when I am in bed alone.
That was a better definition than Wikipedia gave, Dr. Deborah. But go ahead. Dr. Sheila says.
She says, I was introduced to a parent on a college campus, and she told
She told her mom.
She told her mom she loves me down. Is that a new slang? Yes, it is.
I love her down.
She loves me down. Yes, that is a new slang.
Hi, my Jay. Dr. Deborah says, hi, my Jay. All right, bring it back. Come on, Jay. Follow that, Jay.
Gee, I mean, we're on a roll this morning.
So what you got for us, man?
Well, we've been talking about money for some time, and we deem this as the year of accountability, to be accountable for your money, be accountable for your management, be accountable for your finances, be accountable to your family. But understanding money itself as a physical instrument, we touched on this before about the evolution and the history of money. Where did it all start? Where is it heading? And what do we need to do to prepare for the future? So what I wanted to do is we touched on it before. I want to just kind of walk through the evolution of money and how it ties into today as we enter into the digital era of money. So, money has always been around since the beginning of time. It's been different forms and fashions. In the beginning, it was more of a trade or a bartering system. It was more of a commodity exchange. So if I had
this rock, this piece of meat in exchange
if I had chickens and you had a cow, I could trade you X amount of chickens for X amount of cows. If you had fabric and I had perfume, I could trade. So that's the way originally it was, how to exchange goods for a value or something of value. So, like I said, back in the day, it was very easy. The only thing is, it was kind of scarcity because you had to have something in order to get something. So you had to have something to trade. So whether it was a skill or whether it was a material or whether it was a knowledge, you had to have something to trade. As we moved on throughout history and got into the 1990s, it was more of, okay, how do we demonstrate something of value? What is the tool that we use to show value of what it is that we possess? Because now we've evolved out of moving from, giving me this for that. So now we needed an instrument. So that's when they started looking at commodities and started looking at the gold standard. The gold standard was your money was actually based on something. So the dollars had meaning. There was a balance sheet to it. There was sort of a intrinsic value to what money is. So it was backed by gold. It was pegged by gold. And what happened? We went into the Bretton Woods era, where we actually used the dollars that were backed by gold. Very great system. Very good system. However, what happened is that currency, there was not a main currency, there was not a stable currency that was had a global impact. So when they got the world to accept gold as the value instrument, then the dollar became the predominant currency in the world. What happened from that is that we actually needed more money. There was not enough. There was not enough circulation of money. There was not enough money to really represent the deposits of gold throughout the world and throughout.
That's right, and it couldn't stimulate the economy because there wasn't no gold to back the money that was out. It felt like the world didn't have enough money in it.
Right. And especially when it came to wars and things like that, and money that had to, because in the early ages, there were actually people that funded the government. Their wealth bailed the government out in war times and in certain crises.
JP Morgan's wealth bailed us out of the Depression, helped us out of wars. JP Morgan, the U.S. government was going bankrupt until he put together a loan with several lending institutions worldwide to save the government.
Correct. So that, in effect, moved us into the fiat currency, which is where we are now, where we don't have it established based on gold. The value is the credibility of the country or the nation that the dollar is represented in. To tell you the truth, it's funny that a con man actually invented the system that we're in today. So what happens, it allowed you to borrow money and only pay the interest. But the intent is that you'll never
not pay them. That's right.
You'll never not paying. You'll never get out of debt. You'll never close the gap on any deficits that you have. But it was designed to keep the whole world is in debt.
I remember that thing about when people were buying houses after World War I. They wanted to make sure they can do that. So there's someone that came up with an idea. Look, we'll put a mortgage, okay? And you just pay these monthly payments on the mortgage. But the plan was that you never pay it off. Same thing with cars. GMAC, General Motors Acceptance Corporation, when they came out, you can pay a little bit a month for the car, but you never end up paying it off. So you'll pay them forever. That was the plan on these finance companies.
Yes, to always pay the interest and never own anything. Always be indebted to society or the financial institutions. That's why, as far as homes, typically a person moves 5 to 7 years. So they buy a house 10 years, they resell it. So the house never really gets paid for. It gets transferred.
And the person never really owns it.
and nobody really owns it. So it's unfortunately, but we've been cast into debt, and they're so hard on us about debt. But it's the same playbook that they've used for years, for centuries, and
Yes.
decades. So
I want to give you your.
what brings it up into what's going on now, I want to talk about some of the pros and cons of the digital era.
Okay.
So digital is the future, the cyber currency, the stable coins, your CBDs, your tokens, your Bitcoin, your all the things that you're hearing in the background, but you're not really paying attention to. And I want to tip my hat to Uzama, who is always bringing up the term of Bitcoin and what Bitcoin means to him and how he tries to educate and encourage people on Bitcoin, because he is in the forefront of what's going on with the digital currency. It is changing. Behind the scenes, they have already developed legislation to have a platform where digital currency is going to be more of the norm in the future as opposed to not. The United States backed off from it from a long time, but then they saw the value of it and they saw the control and they actually saw the way of the corruption, but they saw
nothing moves without corruption in this country.
Going on. So just trying to look at some of the pros of the digital area. You know, speed is a big thing. We always talk about instant settlements. Instead of waiting 2 or 3 days, or instead of waiting for Zelle to wait 2 to 5 days, that any transaction will be instant. So as soon as you do it, it's available. It's a lower cost. It's cheaper for cross-border payments. It's cheaper for a world system. The financial institutions will access for unbanked populations. So people that don't trust banks, all they have to do is have a cell phone or an internet connection, and they'll be able to do. If you notice that a lot of the online banking has been prevalent over the last 10 years, everybody's got an online bank. There must be a reason for that. What happened to the industries, the brick and mortar industries, when online came all of a sudden? So I want you to think of the old way of money as a brick and mortar industry, and now it's moving to online. And once it's online, a lot of things are going to change. A lot of things are going to happen. So I want people to be aware and just be abreast of it. You know, if you see an article on digital currency or what's going on, or the era of digital, you know, read it. Take time to understand what's coming, because it's not coming anymore. It's here. Transparency, they've got the blockchain. And, you know, still, if man creates it, man can break it, or man can get around it, or man can put a loophole. So always be mindful of what those things. You talk about innovation, tokenized, decentralized financing. So there's a lot of benefits to it. But looking at some of the cons of it, it's risky. It is risky. Like I said, anything that man creates, man can manipulate. And when it's got to do with your money on a global online scale, it is risk of privacy. You have to be aware of cyber threats, hackers, cyber, threats, cyber security, all those, and those are industries that are going to be born out of this transition. The volatility is like the stock market, only it's more versatile, more volatile than the stock market. So you really have to be abreast of what's going on. The whole banking disruption, the deposits may shift. So your money's in the bank now, but you'll have to learn how to move it into a digital wallet. How to maneuver a digital wallet and how that works and how your money is safe. And then the digital divide, people, they're going to be required to have access to internet, They're going to have a smartphone in some way. So these things are inevitable. They're happening now. I want people to understand it. I want people to read up on it, to brush up on it. And some of the things that you don't have to worry about your dollars today. Your dollars are not going to disappear. So your digital dollars in your new format will be the same. You'll still have your money. So it's not a replacement. So don't get nervous about it saying, okay, one morning I'm gonna wake up and I'm not gonna have any money and that, the digital currency is taken over. But it's going to be a gradual adoption.
And you put so many points out there, Jay, man. We got to interrupt you a little bit because you're going.
Yes.
Questions are popping up. People making comments, and I even have a question too that I'm dying to ask you. But I want to take advantage of the time while we have you too.
Okay.
Like, for example, to that grown up who says, "Man, I'm too old for this. I'm tired of having to learn new stuff. Can I just sit this one out?" What will you say to them?
You can sit this one out because it's happening now. It's going to be some time before the whole system evolves. So if you're at a given age, you might be able to say, I'm not going to worry about it. But I don't encourage that.
Okay.
Because things move so fast. I would encourage you to at least have some familiarity with what is going on, because change is inevitable. There's one thing that is always going to happen is change.
We need to read some of these comments while you're still here. Go up a little bit more. Okay, good. Dr. Deborah says,
Jay, thanks for teaching me about having an emergency fund. Yesterday, I unexpectedly had to lay down almost $1,600 on my car while preparing for traveling.
Thank you for saying that, Dr. Deborah Dunstan, because $1,600.
Yes.
She's about to travel, okay?
Yes.
If she had not had the $1,600, her world would have been turned upside down. Her trip might have been compromised. She would have experienced some pain. $1,600 is not fun to have to lay out all of a sudden.
Right.
It's not nothing. Okay, it's not everything, but it ain't nothing either. But the fact that she had it was an entirely different outcome.
Right. And that is $1,600. Most people are only $500 away from a crisis.
$500.
$500 can turn their whole world around.
Absolutely.
I once read somewhere that bankruptcy in the USA was going up, and it said the fastest percentage of bankruptcy was people that earned, this is maybe 10 years ago, people earning $75,000 or more. They were going bankrupt more than people that was earning less than $75,000. But the study on the article I read, man, was so interesting, Jay, because it concluded that $400 more per month would have saved most of those people from going to bankruptcy. Just $400.
Right.
That was then. Maybe it's $500 today. Okay. Right. That doesn't seem like a significant amount, but added to and to help is amazing.
Right. I mean, that's because we get 100% of our paycheck, but we spend 120%. And so we're always we act like the government. The government has taught us to be in deficit. That's the way they operate. That's the way they teach us to operate. To buy now, pay later. But again, the interest is accruing. The balance isn't going anywhere. You're owing more. It's the live now gratifying experience. I have it now and I'll pay for it later. What happens? You never pay for it. You never end up getting out of the rat race, and it just becomes. And I'm very glad. I'm honored that she talked about the emergency fund, because that is the critical foundation of anybody's financial life. So I'm very pleased. I'm very honored that people have been taking my advice and really learning and really dissecting my talks, that they are actually putting them into practice.
He means that, y'all. That's how you thank Jay. That's how you thank Jay.
That's the biggest payday I could ever have.
Amen.
It's yours.
Uzama has chimed in a couple of times. We want to read him while you're still here. Go ahead, baby.
He
Okay.
says that fiat dollar is backed by the U.S. military might. I think you were talking about uh, not having the value of the backing behind the money
Hmm.
when he made that statement. He also goes on to say, always love the money talks from Jay. Reading The Simple Path to Wealth by J.L. Collins right now. It's a money made simple guide.
Uzama, thank you for that reference.
He goes on to
Wait a minute.
say,
Uzama's reading a book right now, reading The Simple Path to Wealth by J.L. Collins right now. Uzama, thank you for your example and that resource. He also goes on to say,
Bitcoin has complexities like difficulty adjustment and harsh rate, but there's also a simple aspect, earning sats on every dollar you spend through platforms like don'tstaysleep.com.
Amen.
Amen. And good morning,
Good
William
morning, William
Brown.
Brown. You've missed some amazing content today, William. If you just pop into the room, go ahead, Jay. We're gonna wrap up with you, man. I apologize, but we got to get to some other stuff. But
Yeah, no,
you've been
I
amazing.
understand. I
Okay.
understand. I understand. I just wanted to say, our theme this year was the year of accountability. I want people to get ready for our next talk. We're going to be mid-year, so I want to collect together and be able to brag on what you've done, be able to demonstrate or tell us some things that you've learned, some things. So it'll be an exciting time the next time we get together. And
Wow.
again, we'll be checking in and we'll be, seeing where you're at, seeing how, what you need to do in order to reach your end of the year goal. And I'm really excited for everybody that has been participating and really involved and interested in making their financial future a dream come true.
Absolutely.
Man, thank you, Jay. You have been amazing. We got to put you down in the green room. Do you have to rush off or are you going to hang?
No, I'll hang out. I'll hang
All
out.
right. We got to put him
Thank
down.
you.
Every time Jay comes, my gosh. Thank you, Uzama. You've been amazing, Uzama, with your contributions today in African American history.
Today, on this day in African American history, 366 days of historical events and accomplishments by Michael A. Carson. On this day in history, June the 5th, in 1979, I don't want that one.
Okay.
In 1977, Margaret Santiago became the first African American registrar of the Smithsonian National Museum of Natural History.
1977, Margaret St. Santiago became the first African American registrar of the Smithsonian. Is worldwide, okay, not just in DC. It's big. It's government funded and government backed. It's a shame what's going on with it right now, though. But thank you for that.
What's going on with it right now? Educate everyone.
Well, the Smithsonian, since Trump came in, he's slashed out a whole lot of anything reference to Black history. Anything like the picture of the slave with all the whip marks on his back. Okay, that's been removed from the Smithsonian. So many references to slaveholders and slavery time been removed from the museums because this Trump administration don't want it there anymore. They don't want to tell the full picture. Just like Black history education has been taken out of our schools, particularly in certain states like Florida. They can't teach any part of it. Okay, so um, the removing of our history, the slave memorials, all that kind of stuff, because the current administration don't want it taught. Racism.
Good morning, Jacqueline.
Hey, Jacqueline Rosier, how you doing? She says,
Good morning, love everyone from Arizona. Love talking about money. Also reading a book titled Finances and Faith at this time for the third time. Thanks, Jay, for your wisdom.
And I thank Jay for his wisdom again, too. But also, I appreciate you guys contributing to our conversation today about love.
Love and money.
Love. We talked about love 1st, and then we switched to money. Jacqueline chose to say morning love, everyone from Arizona. Morning love. Jacqueline, you should have been here in the beginning because we talked about the big encompassing power of love. When you think about what love can do, what people would do for love, what people would I mean, what won't you do for love? What you won't do for love? I mean, you tried everything, but you don't give up. You know, in my world, only you things you do for love, what I would not do. Make me do for love what I would not do. Y'all saw that coming, right?
Yes,
Y'all saw that coming.
And Jay reminds us also that they have done away with Black History celebration.
Black History celebrations, the Black Lives Matter Mall, all of that stuff.
It is, I can't even.
Yeah. Yeah, it's ridiculous. And some of the stuff that they've taken away, even when this administration changes over, which inevitably it will, it'll take a long time to replace. It'll take a long time to us to put this stuff back in place and undo. And some of the stuff may never be able to be undone. Okay, that's why it's so ugly. So ugly. And black parents, um, it's on us now. Black people, black adults. It's on us right now to teach the history, to tell the stories. Go back to the griot method if we have to, where we have someone whose job it is to pass on the stories.
Jeffrey is laughing. He says, I hear you, Brian.
That's right. That's right. The power of love. Even Al Green, love will make you come home early, make you stay out all night long. The power of love. Come on, man. Dr. Demarest. He goes, Brian, I knew that you would get a song in there. Oh, that's my second one of the day. I got one in there earlier, too. So am I that predictable?
Really?
Am I that? Okay, good.
We have a difficult time having any conversation
that
don't spark the memory of
I promise you, my wife and I hanging out together, I love hanging out with my wife. I'm telling you. We do that all the time. We do it all the time. We'll be talking, the next thing you know, a song last night. We both we were about to drift off. I'm in my chair next to the bed. My wife is laying down. The song by Elton John came to me. Your Song by Elton John. It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I don't have much money, but boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house. We both can live. I hope you don't. I broke down the words. This song is for you, okay? But it's a beautiful song, and I just played it and through our smart speaker while we both listened to it, and then I played it again, and then we both just felt it and felt better. Zamara says,
that's right, Brian. We have to share the Black excellence. Absolutely.
All the Black excellence.
I have really been advocating.
Wandria Chocolate Butterfly, what's up, my sister?
She says, speak right, share.
Hello, Andrea. It's good to see you come through, my sister.
Absolutely.
Speak right, share. Today's time with you guys have ratcheted up even more to me. The power and strength and the crucial nature of both love and money. Jay was so amazing today. He almost made me think, yes, accountability. And Dr. Deborah's story also highlighted some stuff too. Accountability by just doing this. If she hadn't taken good counsel, she wouldn't have been able to rescue her own situation, much less rescue anybody else.
Right.
That's another thing too. Your money can not only help rescue you, but you can rescue others because you have money. You can if you choose to. But I'm trepidatious about saying what I'm about to say. But I got the feeling from Dr. Deborah and Jay and what we've been talking about when it came to money conversation. Uzama's really consistent, willing to study about it, even though he knows a lot, he's still willing to keep going back and studying. Love is not only accountability, but also love is emotional. I mean, money is emotional. Money has an emotional side to it. Let's bring Jay back up for a minute, please. Am I off, Jay, when I just said all that? Am I off or am I right?
Oh, definitely. And I can give you a test. You can do a test. You can go to the store and you're getting ready to buy something. Now, what I do is challenge you to take the cash out of your pocket as opposed to using the credit card. When you take the cash out of your pocket, it's emotional. You've got something tangible that you're losing, that you're taking away. The credit card, you just put it on there. You don't have any emotion, don't have any feeling. I'll pay for it next month. But when you go in your pocket and take dollars out and see it emptying in your wallet, there's an emotional attachment to that.
That's amazing.
So that's why I encourage people to use cash. If you
Um,
use cash, you'll spend less. If
I
you
gotta bring you back down for a second, Jay. I want to say this. We have a friend who's a financial advisor that's been there for a long time. I think Jay's met him. His first name is Troy. I don't want to go to those. Should I say his name?
No, finish saying your point first.
My point is, Troy, to the point where Jay just talked about, Troy's been a financial advisor. He's got a lot of clients. He's been doing it forever. He carries a lot of cash around with him. He goes, Brian, I carry more cash around with me than most people would even imagine. I'm talking a couple of $1,000s he carries in cash with him. You know, now, first when he told me that, he told it to the room. He didn't just say it to me specifically. I was thinking, well, that must be just feel good money. Just knowing you have that kind of cash makes your emotions higher. You feel good. But it might have been deeper than that because when he spends his cash, he sees it decreasing his wallet. That's what Jay's talking about, that emotional test.
I sung those words to Marcellus last time that I was with him. I hope you don't mind
that I put down in words how wonderful life is because you're in the world. I love that song. If you don't know Your Song by Elton John, listen to it today and listen to the words and play it more than once. Thank you, Dr. Deborah, for that very personal story there. Thank you.
Amen. Amen. Dr. Deborah says, Jay, paying with cash is definitely a different feeling. My nephew says outside is expensive.
Expensive. You know,
expensive.
You heard the jokes. If you step outside by yourself from your home, you're going to spend a certain amount of money. If you step outside the house with anybody else, your spouse, or you're going to spend a little bit more. If you step outside your house with your spouse and some kids in tow, you're going to spend money. Just being outside costs money. We got to do our greeting songs. It's 9:45 right now on a Friday.
Jay had a quick comment. I want to bring him up. Jay.
Yeah, just another example real quick. Your kids. You see how easy your kids will spend your money? But if you give the kids an allowance or give them a certain amount of money, they will not spend it the way that they spend your money.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, I remember that too as a child. Whoa. If I buy that sandwich, I won't have any money left.
Right.
I want the money still. We got to get to the greeting songs. Thank you, Jay.
All right.
And Sister Jacqueline says, I understand money to be a servant, and a servant is a master in disguise. That's a whole nother sermon we could preach right there. Today we're about to say thank you to our consistent contributors. The way we do that, and the way we do that is with greeting songs, with greeting logos. Up first today, our sister, back to the house, Sheila Gotham was up first today. She's got a greeting song that she's earned over time. Her song goes like this.
Sheila, storms are brewing in her eyes.
Oh, that's Dr. Sheila Gotham. How come she gets a song? Because she's been a consistent contributor to our comment section for years. And consistent one. Thank you. Miss Phyllis George, we look forward to seeing you in person today. If God willing, that's our plan, to see you in person today, because she's in our city. Miss Phyllis has a song today. And it goes, Miss Phyllis is here.
Miss Phyllis is here.
So clear the way. Miss Phyllis is here. Now we can all have a great day. Good morning, Miss Phyllis. How you doing? Uzama Ra's got a jam too. And it goes,
Bitcoin King, he's the Bitcoin King.
Uzama.
Bitcoin King, he's the Bitcoin King.
Uzama. That's Uzama Ra's greeting jam. Why does he get a song? Because he contributes in the comment section. Kiana, I'm not sure if we had a song for her or not.
No, not yet.
But she deserves one. Dr. Deborah Dunstan has one.
Dr. Deborah, non-profit strategist and funding coach.
Good morning, Dr. Deborah Dunstan. Up next, I believe, is Dr. Beverly. She's got one too. He goes, Dr. Beverly is on the show. Good morning, Dr. Beverly. And good morning to you and the rest of your crew. Good morning, Dr. Beverly. There's a lot of men named White. But this right here, this is D. White Robinson. Our Dwight Robinson. D. White Robinson. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, D. White.
We did Miss Phillips with Uzama. Jacqueline Rosier's got a logo and a song. Her logo goes, well, according to Jacqueline, and her song is
Jacqueline Rosier, pretty little one that I adore.
You're the only one my
heart beats for. I'm so glad that you are mine.
Good morning, Jacqueline Rosier from Arizona. My outreach VA lives in Arizona as well. William Brown has a song too, and it goes, good morning to our friend Will.
Nobody thinks like him still.
We love him so, and we always will. Our friend Will. Good morning to our friend Will. How you doing, man? Andre Chocolate Butterfly got a jam too, and it goes,
Chocolate butterfly, sail across the water. Tell your sons and your daughters what the promise brings.
good morning, Andre. Tell them about what the promise brings. Highlight Uzama Ra one more time. We must talk about all the Black excellence. That's why my wife and I, one of the reasons why we're committed to do it today in African American history with an amazing book, Michael A. Carson.
I appreciate the time that we had today. It's Friday, but today is still a work day.
Yes.
You got to work it until it's done.
You'll thank yourself if you treat it that way. We're going to work today too. I'm going to work. I'm going to work in my home. I'm going to work at Jay's house. But also, what else I was going to say about today? We also spend some time for fellowship today. That's important.
Absolutely.
That's
and
important.
We'll see you. Hopefully this weekend will give you some rest, relaxation, and respite that you need. And in the meantime,
thank you all for joining us today. We appreciate you. Go ahead.
In the meantime and in between time, don't forget to have sex.
So you thought